Hi everyone, my name is Michelle Vinicurve. I am a blogger of my own blog called the World of Autism. And one of the things I've been doing for my blog is providing guest interviews because I've been getting a lot of positives about it, that it has been providing insight for the community. So I am very thankful about that. And I do have a guest on here who is a self-advocate herself. Her name is Cassidy Hooper. Cassidy, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Michelle? I'm so happy to be on the World of Autism
Thank
blog.
you. Awesome, and I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I want to start off by letting you share your experiences of growing up with autism and for also anything else.
Yes. So first off, as Michelle said, I'm Cassidy Hooper. I'm from Northeast Mississippi, as you can tell. And I was diagnosed in my teens, like around 17, with with a form of autism called Asperger's syndrome, and I also have a rare head condition called Turner syndrome. Um, and so yeah, that's pretty much my story. Uh, with autism, it's just for me, it's just the social aspect. Um, and yeah, so that's pretty much it.
That is so interesting to hear that, because like I have heard of that with people with autism, that they have more than one diagnosis and stuff of any other condition and stuff. I would say for myself too, like I also live with a rare condition as well, but it's for migraines. It's called Toulouse-Hunt syndrome. So I was
Oh wow.
yeah, I was diagnosed with that when I was 18. I've had it since I was like in my elementary school years, but I was diagnosed with that. The official name of it was diagnosed when I was 18. So, but yeah, I get extremely bad migraines. That's just a health issue that I have. Um, that's that's besides from also living with autism. But yeah, that comes to show you, like, sometimes with everybody it's so different. You might be living with more than one thing, and you know, it doesn't that doesn't affect the way that we are and stuff. Because Cassie right here is a true self advocate. Cassidy, what does
Yeah, thank
self
you.
advocacy? You're welcome. What does self advocacy mean to you?
Self-advocacy means communicating your wants and your needs to people, and your strengths and your weaknesses, and recognizing them. And yeah, that's what self-advocacy means to me. And just getting out there and just spreading awareness for autism and Turner syndrome, and just uh, educating people about it. Yeah, that's what self-advocacy means to me.
That's awesome. And yeah, absolutely. Like a lot of it does have to do with like understanding what, your wants and needs, your strengths and weaknesses and stuff, and to be able to put it out there and through all kinds of experiences and everything. And you clearly been showing that in your experiences as well. I know that you also have been doing your own guest interview series lately. You want to tell about that?
Yes, I have podcasts called the Diverse Butterfly Podcast, because individuals with um, Turner syndrome, we refer to ourselves as butterflies. And so, yeah, that's where the butterfly came from. And people with autism and Turner syndrome were so diverse and so unique. And so, excuse me, that's why I called it that. And yeah, I've been having guest interviews. Uh, I had guest interviews with doctors and professionals, and self-advocates and women with Turner syndrome, because Turner syndrome affects only women. And so, yeah, that's pretty much uh, what I do on my podcast is, share experiences and interview people. Yeah.
That's awesome, Cassidy. And if anybody would like an opportunity to share their story on Cassidy's guest interview podcast, please definitely join on. Because seriously, she does a great job as well. She does. So now, Cassidy, to switch over a bit, now to more of your employment experiences, because I think they're quite fascinating. I did do a little bit of research about with you in terms of your experience of your job experiences. Just to clarify, you're a community navigator for the ARC.
Yes. Yeah, that's volunteer. Yeah, it's just basically like a um like a resource to go to for individuals with autism of all ages to come to when they have questions or anything, and need a resources in Northeast Mississippi. They can come to me. It's within the ARC, of course, the ARC of Northeast Mississippi chapter here, and the ARC provides advocacy for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities, including autism. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a really good resource for anybody to know to even to come to you through that. That way they get any supports that they need. It's very
Yeah,
important. And also
yeah.
your other experience, just to make sure first that that you're a community manager for another organization.
Yeah, well, we kind of held off on that for a while.
Mhm.
But it's for autism grown up. Um, Dr. Tara Regan is the executive director and founder of it. It's based in North Carolina. It's an online nonprofit organization based on autism and adulthood, and just help individuals with autism transition into adulthood, or to help them navigate adulthood. And yeah, it's a great resource as well for individuals on the autism spectrum, self-advocates, parents, siblings, grandparents, organizations, anybody who has an interest in serving autistic individuals and helping them transition into adulthood or navigate it.
That is great because I'll tell you I think there still needs to be more that needs to be implemented in terms of transitioning those individuals with disabilities are transitioning to adulthood. That clearly there
Yeah,
still needs to be more resources out there for them too and stuff. I know in my state, New Jersey, they have in terms of helping, let me think. I know in one of the areas with employment, I know they have in my state, they have the disability vocational rehab services, which help with that. So in
yeah,
that area aspect, so it's great to hear that about with yours that they provide various resources for to help transition. So that is great to hear.
yeah.
Been held off due to COVID and everything.
Pardon?
Has it your that job's has been on hold because of everything with the pandemic?
Uh, yeah, I mean, it's been tough due to COVID. It's just with the programming and everything, it's been tough to get that going. And so yeah, it's been tough, but we're getting through it. So I know it's been tough on everybody, not just for people with autism or any other disability, but it's been hard on everybody. and organizations and nonprofits and stuff, it's been hard on them too. So yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Everything's like on hold of anything that's in person. Like everyone had to switch to virtual. Everyone
Yeah.
switched to virtual. So it's definitely a whole different experience, that's for sure. I can even just tell you from working in the schools and everything that like being back and forth between like in person and virtual, it's like
Yeah.
it's a lot going on. But yeah,
Yeah.
I like your point though. We're all adapting and we're getting through this and we're gonna get through this and hopefully that this
Yeah.
lasts and like this won't last forever and everything. So
Yeah.
good point there. So I wanted to wrap this up here by with you sharing any advice that you want to give to individuals with autism and any disability.
Don't let autism or any other disability that you may have define you. You can do anything you set your mind to, and just hang in there. And it's a wonderful community online, and if you have people in person that you can connect with, and go on Facebook and find groups for individuals with autism, and uh, connect and ask questions. If you don't be afraid to ask questions, and uh, people will be happy to answer you. So yeah, just don't hold anything back. Just don't let it define you. It doesn't define you. So yeah.
Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. Like even though like yeah, that like we're like diagnosed with a disability and stuff, that doesn't mean that
Yeah.
defines you as a person. Like it's part of you, but it doesn't define like who you are as
Yeah.
a person. And definitely I agree with you 100%. Like use the resources that's out there. Like don't be afraid of it
Yeah.
because there is so much out there and like people can help in any way and stuff and support. There's a lot of support groups out there like I'll give an example. I do have a friend down in Florida. His name is Mark Fleming,
Yeah.
who owns a gym and stuff, and he runs a autism support group meetings on
Yeah.
every other Tuesday, I should say, really every other Tuesday, and so definitely like joins any support groups. They have a lot of them out there and stuff, and don't be afraid. Like even for parents, don't be afraid to join any support groups that are out there that have like with families connect online network and stuff because there's a lot of benefits nowadays. There really is.
Yeah.
There really
Yeah, there is. Exactly. I totally agree. And I actually interviewed Mark Fleming too. So yeah, he's awesome.
Yeah. Yep. So Cassie, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story. It was awesome having you on here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.